Damn it, Yonah. I have to get to the eastern gate.
Oh, I'm realizing this gives me a chance to go get the map if I don't have it yet. But I do, because I spent all of my money on it. That would, if you used all your money on other stuff, it would be a really awkward thing to be like, my ill daughter is missing and could be killed at any moment. And now I have to go grind sheep to get more money so I can buy the maps because I spent all my money on other shit. What's that? I was gonna check it out, but thank you for pointing it out. Yonah's ribbon.
Yonah. I can't believe she really went to the lost shrine.
Man, he's got a great, deep, sultry voice. I really like it. I'm trying my best to do it justice for the non-voiced lines, but it's reading professional voice actors have job security. It's because they're very good. And much of the time, they just naturally sound distinctive, but also they have a lot of talent. Take berries. So it's very hard to just do as good as them, but I'm trying my best. I'm also going to check recording. Yeah, everything's going fine. Goats. Yonah, is this you? No, it's medicinal herb. Is that health? Can I use that? Because I probably should if I can. And I have 4 of them. Yes. Yeah, that's probably smart. I thought I was going to get a long rest, but no, absolutely not. Copper ore. This isn't Yonah. No. Yonah. She loved copper ore. I'm just picking up the copper ore, okay? It really is, because this is Copper Central. What is this, Copper City? No, I live in Chicago. I know what Copper City looks like. Hey! Was I doing a backwards roll a second ago? Hell yeah, man! Let's go! Oh, walking only now? Oh, okay. For a second I was also worried I was glitching out, but no. Look at this rock slide. There's no way Yonah could have made it past here. Maybe she found some other way in. Maybe those steps that lead into... Okay, I was worried if there's going to be like a building here. Hey, there is ladder climbing mechanics. This game's already just as good as Dead Space 3, and it's going to get even better from here. That's a weirdly specific bit. Dead Space 3 was fucking obsessed with its ladders. And they must have spent so much time on their ladders because they sure didn't spend it on any other part of the game to make it good. That's not a good bridge. Like, we've seen... There's all sorts of bad bridges in movies and TV and video games, and that one's really one that's just like... I know there's worse, but like... That one's not good. They don't even have, like, the nice hand ropes from the Shrek bridge. That's the one my mind actually goes to right away. I don't know if that's unique to me, but when I think of, like, sketchy, rickety bridges, I think of the Shrek one. But that one did have ropes you could hold onto as handles. And this one doesn't look like it. It does have ropes, but I don't think it's... Is this it? Okay, no, there are. It's... The scaling of the bridge made it look like those ropes were not at arm level, but it looks like they are. So, okay, never mind. Still don't love it. I could never, I don't think, ever walk across a bridge like that. If your bridge sways in the wind and it's more than 20 feet long, I ain't touching foot on that. I ain't doing that. That's not a good-looking tree. That looks like a Deadly Premonition tree. I don't care if this is a holy shrine or whatever. That's not a good look. I feel like this is a weird thing. In fantasy games, trees are either good or evil. Whenever there's a tree of importance, it's never like a neutral tree that just happens to be like a cool gathering area. It's like you got the Great Deku Tree, and then you have the Deadly Premonition trees that are like The trees themselves are essentially serial killers. There's never like this tree is a very important landmark, but it's just a normal tree. There's always something going on with the tree, and this one looks like it's more of a bad tree. Because you know what it is? There's no leaves on it. There's no. I assume those lights hanging off it are man-made, made by intelligent folks. Got the. Don't I already have that? Didn't I spend 500 gold? No, I spent like 1,000 gold on that. Right? Didn't I? I wasn't even paying attention to see if I had the mini-map before this. I have it now. I think my brain... You know how sometimes your eyeballs will register something before your brain consciously acknowledges that? I think my eyes acknowledged the mini-map did just pop up on screen. So can I... No, I can't. It didn't show up on the menu. I was going to see what maps do I have, but I don't even get to know that. Now, I know we're operating in kind of an accelerated timeline that does not truly simulate a full day of work.
I'm coming, Yonah.
Yeah, I know. Still not really over our boy taking so long to realize, wait, why would Yonah be interested in lunar tears? It's like, my man, why the hell do you think? It truly should have been like right away. Oh, it's because of when I told her what a lunar tear was last night. This music is good. It does not inspire confidence. This is very, like, it's not actually, like, ominous. When you label something as ominous chanting, you are saying that's giving off a very specific vibe. And this is not the vibe of ominous chanting TM. But it is chanting that does feel ominous. It's just not... It's not ominous chanting with a capital O and a capital C. It just is chanting that is ominous. Does that make any sense? Alright, well I thought I ran into a dead end up there, but remembering that that's where the character said, I'm coming, Yonah, maybe I should go that way. Also, I don't love all the JoJo mist. The JoJo death mist raising off of the ground. It's not... doesn't feel... I'm supposed to jump up there? Why does it keep pulling a sword out? I'm a smart man. I beat the witness, and it took a normal, reasonable amount of time. I can do this. Just worried about falling, you know? I know I should save my daughter, but what if Ow! God damn it. Well, I've faced my greatest fears. I don't know, it just didn't look like there was anything I could jump to. Was why it took me so long to try that. And lo and behold, it didn't work. But it's probably because I did something wrong, not because... I could jump across there? Nope. He really is a full bumble when he falls. Jump up to that thing? Nope. Blop. Dun dun dun. I gotta say, I know I've explained a good chunk of the lore here. This game does a very good job of it's Sanderson-esque, you could say, in terms of just like giving you so many questions off the front, and it tells you enough that you are willing to trust, okay, those answers are gonna come. I might be waiting a while, though. Oh, god damn it, this is a door. I used the bronze key. Oh, I needed the key so I could come back here. Okay. Because I don't think that even lit up
There are shades in here.
as a viable inspect option until after I got the key, which is why it took me so long to notice it.
She'll never make it out of here. Yonah!
Ooh, this is cool. Okay, that block is that can take a that felt like a big hit, and the block still completely blocked it. Oh shit! Hi guys. Okay, thought I parried at least one of those. I'm getting a bunch of them. I should look up what a defense drop does. Halves damage from physical attacks for 30 seconds, so it is a drop of defense. And some weeds will cure my poison. Oh, there's a little guy in there. He might attack me later. I should just take care of him now. Might hurt Yonah. This is an elevator? I don't think it's working, but that's cool. Shit. Don't even know if I'm going the right way. I haven't even tried jumping attacks, but I don't really want to do it in this top-down thing happening. Okay. They can do combos with each other, I'm noticing. Looks like for big attacks, there might be some hits done on my character if I block. Like, I won't take any damage, but it'll stun me out of block. Okay. Shit, I want to explore that other door, but surely we can do that later, right? Man, it doesn't... It lets me move the camera on things like that, but it clearly doesn't want me to. Obtained the one-handed sword, Nirvana dagger. I guess we can try that out. It has a higher attack power. I don't know, dagger really made me think, okay, yeah. Like, yeah, it lets me just the camera, but it really doesn't want me to. Oh, I'm dead. I should have paid close attention to my health there. Does that start me all the way back at the mailbox? Because that might be a problem. Okay, no, thank God. Bum, bum. Let's get that dagger. It's wild to hide a dagger in like a normal looking box. I'm just so used to Bayonetta where it's like always a big thing when you get a weapon. I think there are a lot of weapons in this game, so it's not going to be as monumental. But like, I don't know, Bayonetta 3 had a ton of weapons, and spent like 10 minutes introducing every single one. Oh, that lead up was. Why does he, like, he doesn't, an overhead swing and then stops doing it. These things might hurt Yonah. Can't let him get away. But I'm not full, am I? I can only have 10 at a time? Dang, alright. That helps motivate me to use them. Yeah, the game truly didn't tell me at all that a perfect parry gives me benefits, but it sure seems like it does. Okay, and it looks like the shove attack does some hit stun. Hell yeah. Oh, he's dead. Okay. I'll use another one. Alright. I can't push these, can I? No, it looks like a Zelda puzzle, but it is not. And luckily the AI pathing isn't fantastic, so I can take care of these one at a time. I'm realizing this is why the chanting sounds so ominous to me, is it reminds me of church music, and it's definitely Good Friday today, and I definitely there's not a great church near me that really fits me, but I do have a church somewhat nearby that live streams its services, and for a while I watched those, and then I kind of fell off of it, but I still usually try to tune in for the big holidays, and I sure haven't been doing that this Holy Week yet. Now they do post the live streams afterwards, so I can get caught up. I can fix my wrongs. But on what I consider the most important holiday of my entire religion, I sure am playing video games instead of watching service. Because, yeah, I guess that's a fun little hot take for everyone out there. I think Good Friday is well, not way more, but is more important than Easter. I've talked about this with some. Oh, I didn't hit anybody with that, so that was useless. I think if you talk to most pastors, I think most of them will agree, like, yeah, it's not Christmas. Christmas is fun, and it is like important. It's a story that is important to the faith, but it's not like meant to be the big one. Most of them will say Easter is the most important. I would argue Good Friday, and even what's definitely the most underrated one is Maundy Thursday. Solely for the Gethsemane story. I'll get into it in a second. This is my way of atoning for the fact that I haven't been watching any services this week, is that I'm going to proselytize instead. I can't tell if I've gone on a full loop. Looks like you can get inside from here. Sure, so I'll do that. Wait, no. What do you mean inside? This leads me outside. Is that what he meant? We don't even know if Yonah is outside this way. She probably is, but she could still be inside, which means I want to explore more. Look at that cute little wave. Anyways, I've talked to people about this, and like some of them say like, yes, Good Friday is very important, and then the thing of why Easter is more important is like, if Easter didn't happen, then the rest of Holy Week doesn't matter. It was all for nothing. And I'm like, I don't know, because the big thing is Easter proves that Jesus is the Son of God, right? That's the philosophy. Is that because he actually resurrected on Easter morning, it proves he's the Son of God, and it also proves that God does have the power to conquer death, and so following in his way is worth it. Not because you'll be literally resurrected like Jesus was, but it shows that God has dominion over life and death. And a lot of really, really good, cool stuff that I agree is important to being a Christian. But Maundy Thursday is, for those who are not familiar, that's the Last Supper. And after the Last Supper was metal all on its own. But after the Last Supper, Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane, and there's a weird, I don't quite understand the why this is important, what the religious significance of it is, but he asks his disciples to stay up late and pray with him, and they keep falling asleep because they're out so late. So I guess the thing is, the main takeaway is Jesus was a night owl, and we are all of us night owls are blessed and closer to God than the weird morning birds. But that's the point where Jesus, it is, Last Supper very heavily implies like Jesus knows pretty much everything that's about to happen, but Gethsemane is when he just flat out prays to God and says, yeah, I know everything that's about to happen to me. I'm going to succumb to the worst punishment physically, like the most tormentous punishment that humans have come up with. If there is any other way for this to work, please let that happen. And he ends the prayer with, but not my will, but thine be done. And is this a mimic? Why does this look like this? Oh no, it's a puzzle box. This is a Zelda puzzle now. Okay. And I think it is Jesus at his most human, and also his most, like, him showing how to be a good, like, man of God, of just acknowledging that God has a plan, which I'm not the kind of guy who, like, whenever something bad happens to someone else, I just smile and go, well, it's God's plan. Like, I don't think that is an actual helpful philosophy to have. But in my own personal life, that ladder's broken. I could probably get up there if I had something to stand on. I can move. Yeah, okay, I figured that one out already. But in my personal life, I do think it is important for me to keep in mind that God does have a plan. That is an important aspect of my life. Yeah, the idea of, like, knowing that and being willing to do what God thinks is best, but also, like, just the Bible. I love his weird little strain animations of, like, all right, that part of my arm's getting sore, so let's start pushing some other muscles, see what's happening. I love that. That's really fun. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone always, whenever they picture Jesus, they're always like, yeah, he was this omniscient angel of a person who was God and thus was, like, perfect and did everything right. And Gethsemane shows that, like, he was a human. He was a guy. And he didn't want to die. And he didn't want to die in the most painful way possible. He was scared and he was afraid. But because it was what needed to be done in order to show everyone what love is and who God is, he was still willing to do it. I don't know. I really love that. It's metal. My choir had a song called "Thy Will Be Done." That's metal as fuck. I think it's by Craig Courtney. Look up "Thy Will Be Done," Craig Courtney. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That song slaps. I don't care if you don't have a religious bone in your body. Go listen to that song, come back and tell me how sick it was. That song's awesome. Yeah, and then Good Friday is when he actually dies, and he actually shows that he is willing to go through the most horrible thing that humanity could come up with in order to sacrifice himself for us. And when faced with the worst of humanity, said, "Forgive them, they know not what they do." And the moment of the thief on the cross, there's two thieves, and one is like, "Come on, man, you can save us, you can save yourself." And the other one's like, "Shut up, dude, that's not what this is about." And Jesus says, "This guy gets it." I don't know, that moment I've always loved. Is that a fucking mailbox in the Lost Shrine? Let's do it. I love that. But yeah, no, the idea that God has dominion over life and death, and that Jesus was the Son of God, yes, that's obviously very important. I am not trying to downplay that. And Easter is lovely because it's a happy ending to the story. I think it is much more impactful to acknowledge that Jesus really did die, and he really suffered, and that did happen. Okay, I think Easter makes it so everyone, a lot of people, I think, undersell what Jesus actually went through, and be like, yeah, he knew he was going to be fine, and he was probably felt okay up there, and he knew he was going to get resurrected, so it doesn't matter. And I don't know, if you go to a Good Friday service, they do a very good job of clarifying that no, that was a terrible, horrific thing, and he willingly went through it. Yonah! He willingly went through it because he knew it was going to save us. That is what is meaningful to me about my faith, is knowing that Jesus was willing to suffer and die for us, and it's kind of icing on the cake that he was able to come back.
I have to save Yonah.
But these people might hurt Yonah too, so we have to kill them all. Anyways, that was a lot of church talk, but again, I was listening to ominous church chanting. Is there something I'm missing here? No, I was really, that last slash was when I was going to give up, but no, that's all I needed. Fucking books. So yeah, sorry if all that talk about faith was frustrating. Today's an important day in the faith for me, and I feel slightly bad that I wasn't doing anything about it, but now I have done something about it by talking to all of you. I forced you all to listen while I played this video game. You know, NieR, I'm sure Yonah could be rescued and cured through the power of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Could you imagine if I just, if I just made that, and I never drop character, but I make that a bit for an entire playthrough of any...
For the love of all that is holy, stop pounding me.
Listen. That's the voice of Liam O'Brien. And if anything, I wish that voice was telling me to keep pounding him. But we got Liam O'Brien in this game, and this is actually how I first knew about Liam O'Brien. I've watched this playthrough before I ever got into Critical Role, which is one of, I think, how a good chunk of the internet knows who Liam O'Brien is, although he's been in a ton of stuff. But this was the first time where I had heard him as a main character, and he had a very distinctive voice. And here he is. So I'm gonna shut up about Jesus and let our Lord and Savior Liam O'Brien take it away instead.
Move! Yonah!
By the heavens, I have never been treated in such a manner. I am a being with incalculable indulgence, and yet you approach me as a common cockroach.
Yonah! Talk to me! Yonah!
But yeah, to any of those Critical Role fans, I don't know if you recognize the voice, the very first voice you heard in this playthrough. But yeah, you critters out there are going to eat well with this game, because Liam is not the only Critical Role person in this.
I'm a text of the darkest, most arcane type, and I could be of great assistance to you.
You're a what?
I could sort
A
back
book.
these mindless creatures like mere flies were I so inclined. I am Grimoire Weiss. My very name brings kingdoms to their knees. I will grant you one final chance. Bow your heads and accept my power, or go it alone will fail.
I'm actually gonna... Now that there is a voice actor I recognize... No, stop confirming. I think actually I'm gonna bump up the, or rather, I guess I'll have to bump down just a little bit. We'll see if that helps a little bit. Yeah. Yep, okay, awesome. Yeah, I assume, even though I defeated everybody, they're not gonna let me. Okay, he's just gonna keep granting me as many final chances as he needs. Ask Mysterious Book for assistance. There's a barrier I can't break. Mysterious Book joined you. Main menu can be opened by pressing that. Has been updated.
So, how do we save Yonah?
Hey, I got an achievement. I forgot about achievements.
The magic barrier should disappear.
Tutorial obtained. You unlocked the combos tutorial.
You can really do that?
I am Grimoire Weiss. My very name brings kingdoms to their
You already said that.
Then get to it already, Weiss!
I have no vulnerabilities, physical or magical.
Me by my full and proper name.
They just keep on coming!
You should not have turned your blades on me, foul creatures. With a single word, I, Grimoire Weiss, can shatter the very universe itself. Now,
I forgot how much of a dick he is.
prepare to...
He won't shut up.
Seems that the frantic bludgeoning you gave me earlier has caused my memory to escape me.
It is. Sorry, it's. I'm having trouble hearing. I'm gonna bump him down even a little bit further. I want to hear my boy Liam. All right, that is a noticeable decrease, and the voice is staying the same volume. So hopefully that helps.
What? Damn it! Some help you turned out to be!
That works for me. I like that mixing a lot more. Obtained a sealed verse. Obtained Dark Blast magic. Whoa. You alright, Liam? Dark Blast. Fire tiny bursts of energy. Hey. Is that our RB now?
Just suck the blood out of those things?
Blood is sound, sound are words, and words are power.
What's going on, Weiss?
Is this my memory?
You alright, Weiss? Hang in there!
Keep spitting out these blasts.
Powers by defeating these monsters.
Is this magic?
What do you think it is, NieR?
Indeed. This is the true power of Grimoire Weiss.
Hold on, Yonah! I just need to get rid of these shades! Is that all?
I will say, I think I could have taken, since it was just the little monkey ones, I think I could have taken those ones without the book. But they didn't spawn until after I accepted help. These are like, I know that obviously this game came way before, but this feels like a Lies of P boss battle.
It seems our task is more difficult than I first envisioned.
They keep shooting Dark Blasts at them.
Look how these foolish creatures charge heedlessly into battle. Still, dealing with both of them at once may prove to be a daunting task.
Not if I do this.
A defensive barrier.
Well, I'll just shoot the other one then.
Enemies with such barriers are
Ow.
impervious to both weapons and magic.
Physical or magical.
The enemy cannot move so long as the barrier is in place. Focus your attacks on the other.
Okay, so yes, that's a charge attack.
The man who keeps his head in a fight is the one who emerges victorious.
Talking book and moving statues? Really?
It's all too real, my friend. Keep your sword high. Now, put him out of his misery.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Watch their blades at all costs.
I'm on it!
They're not even near done with half their health. I didn't expect that to happen so soon. Oh shit. Hey, Weiss? Could you not let that happen? I mean, I guess it got deflected, so it's not technically Weiss's fault, but could have told me the lance would go through the barrier. Oh, I can switch. Oh, Weiss is my bottom. Finally, the Liam O'Brien character is my bottom. Oh, here's some... Okay, there's more stuff happening. Oh, Weiss, because he's a book, so all the stuff that would go into a book is in this section of the menu. That's fun. Okay. Alright, okay. What key items do we have? I'm curious. A charming ribbon that Yonah wore in her hair. Bronze key found in Lost Shrine. Map. 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 Maybe I didn't get the Lost Shrine map. Maybe I was getting them mixed up with the Airy. Don't have any incomplete quests. There's nothing to do. Don't have any quests. No quests. No uncompletable quests. That is the most worrying thing I've seen in my life. I didn't know that was a possibility. Weapon collection 7%. Alright. So if that's... Hang on. 3.5 is one weapon? So there's what? I don't know, like 33 weapons in the game-ish, probably. Word edit targets. I don't really know what that means, but alright. Word list. Oh, or words that... Nope. I thought words might be, Let's just look at all this. Yep. Yep. This is what... This... If Bayonetta had just told me this, I think I would have excelled. So when it says tutorials, it really just means instructions. Cool. We'll explore that page later, probably. Let's attack these guys for now.
Shots, then finish him off.